Boosting your MMR isn't as complicated as it may seem, and it essentially comes down to 3 fundamental steps. Instead of sitting through lengthy YouTube tutorials that you'll likely forget during a hated ranked game, I'm here to break down into simple terms that will help you gain those juicy ego points. Step 1. Understanding the game. In the lower MMR brackets, especially below Divine, one significant issue stands out. Many players lack a deep understanding of the game itself.
I don't understand.
And I'm not just talking about the basics like using your hero's abilities or farming efficiency. It goes beyond that. Dota 2 is like a game of anticipation and prediction. Anticipation here means being able to predict when the enemy team is becoming a threat and when your own team is ready to shine. This is where you can gain an advantage. So in every game, you should get into the habit of thinking about these things. Who on the enemy team could become a big problem, and what can you do to deal with that? When does the enemy team get stronger, and how can you adjust your playstyle to counter them? By making these thoughts a regular part of your gameplay, you'll find it much easier to make game-changing plays in your matches. Step 2. Itemization. What makes Dota 2 truly captivating is that every match can unfold in unique ways, even if you're playing the same hero. This is largely because of the vast array of 208 different in-game items that you can choose from. Building on what we discussed in the first step, each team you face has its distinct strengths and weaknesses. The better you become at recognizing these dynamics early in the game, which does come with some practice, the better you can tailor your game plan to exploit your team's strengths and capitalize on the enemy's weaknesses. You may have observed that pro players sometimes pick strange items or prioritize leveling an ability early in ways that might not seem obvious. They do this because they have a deep understanding of the game, allowing them to adapt and seize hidden advantages as the match unfolds. For instance, let's look at this memorable TI Finals showdown between OG and Liquid. In this match, Topson played Gyrocopter, a hero typically associated with a straightforward item build. However, Topson displayed an exceptional understanding of the enemy team's vulnerability in this specific game, which was their mana pool. To break it down, the key to making heroes like Bristleback and Omni Knight formidable foes in combat is their resilience on mana. Bristleback unleashes his damage quills while Omni Knight relies on his healing abilities and buffs, all fueled by mana. In other words, Topson pinpointed the enemy team's strength and turned it into an advantage by opting for a Diffusal Blade, an item that might seem unconventional at first glance. This decision, unconventional though it may appear on paper, made perfect sense in the context of the match. The Diffusal Blade allowed him to drain the enemy's mana effectively. Surprisingly, this single item played a pivotal role in OG's victory, propelling them to TI Championship status. The lesson here is that a careful analysis of the enemy's draft can often lead to innovative strategies and game-changing decisions. Step 3. Stick to your comfort heroes. This point is straightforward yet crucial. Play the heroes you know inside and out, and it will significantly simplify the execution of the previous 2 steps. When you're not preoccupied with learning a new hero's intricacies or agonizing over the best item builds, you can concentrate on improving your overall gameplay. Here's a practical tip. Limit your hero pool to a maximum of 3 for each role. If you tend to play carry roles, consider having heroes like Phantom Assassin, Lifestealer, and Ursa in your pool. On the other hand, if you occasionally find yourself in a support role due to role queue, have heroes like Dazzle, Shadow Shaman, or Low at your disposal. By doing this, you can shift your focus from hero mechanics to in-game decision making, making your MMR climb a much smoother journey. That concludes our discussion on how to boost your MMR effectively. If you found this advice helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. Your support really would mean a lot. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in Ranked.